Yo, boys, it's me again. First of all, shout out John Deere. Like, shout out John Deere, man. Y'all boys, let's just get right into this video. Listen, fellas, I'm gonna make this a safe space, right? Because I'm gonna talk about something very personal, and all of us have this, and I'm talking about overall insecurities. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is something I've learned as I gotten older. Fellas, it's all about be aware that you have insecurities. All of us do. I don't care who you are. Every man has a few insecurities, right? It's all about how you, one, if you're an acceptance of it, and two, are you able to manage those insecurities? What do I mean by this? As you get older, right, you start to formulate your identity. You start to become the man that you envision yourself becoming, right? Within that journey, you're gonna develop a few insecurities. That's just what it is. That's just the reality of life, right? It's about you accepting those insecurities. What do I mean by that? Not an acceptance of those behaviors and continuing said wrong behavior, but accepting the fact that, hey, this particular area of my life, I feel pretty uncomfortable about, right? Coming to a realization that you are uncomfortable. Ask yourself, why are you uncomfortable? Now, once you ask yourself why you're uncomfortable, you answer those questions. That right there is overall maturity, understanding yourself. And yes, you should take the time to further understand yourself. I feel like a lot of these dudes, right? They allow life to pass by and they utilize their insecurities as an excuse to continue said wrong behavior. That's not maturity, fellas. That's not maturity. So, for an example, like, I just can't trust a girl just because, my last relationship. You guys always do this. Listen, your past relationship was 2 years and 46 days ago. Get over it. Get over it. I'm tired of hearing a lot of y'all dudes say, "Oh, I just have trust problems and I can't trust it." Like, dude, your relationship was 2 years and 46 days ago. Gang, like, you got to get over it, bro. You got to get over it. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and just go willy-nilly and trust everybody, but at the same time too, every new situation that you encounter that reflects a little bit of your insecurity, you got to understand how to manage it. You know what I'm saying? So once you figure out how to manage yourself, and what I mean by manage that, like, manage your mentality. Okay, I've came across a similar situation, right? I came across a similar situation. How am I going to go about it? Yes, it makes me feel uncomfortable. That's where the insecurity lies, right? It's just moving on forward. How are you going to be able to maneuver yourself to where, okay, yeah, I am uncomfortable and I am aware, but to move on forward, how can I progress? You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's what it's about, bro. So yes, be aware that you do have insecurities for sure. Everybody does. Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like, oh, there's someone that's just completely 100% comfortable with who they are. Like, no, there's certain things that you would want better of yourself, or there's certain things that, like, it's not your strongest suit. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. It's okay. What I don't want you gentlemen to do is understand that I don't want none of y'all dudes to sit there and be like, okay, this is an insecurity of mine. I'm well aware, and I'm gonna continue that bad behavior just because I'm gonna utilize that as an excuse. That's not how that works. That's not progressing in life. That's not bettering yourself. That is not self-improvement. So whoever told you that, I don't know what space is telling people this, but if you are insecure about yourself in certain situations, learn how to, again, like I said, be an acceptance of this insecurity mentally and emotionally, and then manage yourself. You know what I'm saying? So manage how to progress forward, manage how to regain your comfort. I understand being uncomfortable. It's not always a pleasant feeling, but the thing about life always requires change. That's life will always require change, right? Change doesn't always mean comfortability. Change could also mean uncomfortability. So when I mean by manage, how to manage that. when you're in it, when you're in the hot zone, when you're feeling a sense of pressure, you're becoming emotional, you're being discouraged, or you literally feel uncomfortable. How can we be able to maneuver ourselves and allow our emotions to not hinder us from taking the next step forward? That's what, bro, that's what life is about, dude. Life is exciting. Personally, life is exciting. Don't get me wrong, bro. I be hot with life. I be like life, like if you were a person, you know how many fades we would have had? We would have had plenty of fades. But at the same time, too, I'm in acceptance of it and I welcome it in. I embrace it. Because with me, I start to understand that that's what life consists of, change. I understand it. Now it's about how I manage myself. You can only control yourself. You can only control how you think. You can control how you feel. You could sometimes, in some cases, control the outcome. You know what I'm saying? That's all up to you. So that gives power back to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just really how you go about it. So like I said, with these insecurities, man, with a lot of these dudes walking around like holding these grudges and a chip on their shoulder or whatever the case may be, it's like, dude, learn how to, again, accept who you are completely. That's the beauty about self-love. And I think that's by far the most genuine and most purest source of love that you could ever receive. The love that you give to your dang self. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand who you are, you understand your flaws, you fall in love with yourself and understand that, like, okay, these are my weaknesses. How can I progressively get better? And it could take time. You know what I'm saying? But that's more time that you're putting into yourself. So in all actuality, it's worth it. Man, I'm giving crazy sauce. This is your boy.